I'm Jennifer DeWalt, and I am an artist turned software developer, and I took a rather unusual path to coding. I taught myself to code by making 180 websites in 180 days. Now, I've always been fascinated with the internet and how it allows us to communicate and share ideas all around the world. And I've also always been fascinated with building things because, that's really what brought me to become an artist to begin with. So eventually, I realized that I wasn't satisfied with simply using these amazing, wonderful tools that we have on the internet. I wanted to get in there and be able to build them myself. I wanted to learn to code. Now, there are lots of different options when you're trying to learn to code. There's boot camps, there's online courses, but I knew I wanted to do something self-directed. And I've always felt that the best way to learn is to solve problems that you actually have. So I came up with this crazy idea. I'd never done any real coding before, so I wanted to start small. So I decided I would do one website a day, every single day, for 180 days. And along the way, I'd blog about my process, and I'd publish all of the code publicly on GitHub so everybody could see what I was doing. So on April 1st, 2013, with no real coding experience, I sat down and made my very first website for the project, and that's the homepage. And it's just a little bit of HTML and CSS, and it took me all day long. But it was a start. And from there, every single day I was able to add a little bit more and a little bit more to my knowledge base until by the end I was able to make the dynamic, interactive apps that I had originally set out to do. Now throughout the project, I was able to do all sorts of different things. I made toys, I made games, I made data visualizations, and I even made real-time communication apps. The project was full of ups and downs. Some days I would finish and feel like a total failure. Like I totally missed the mark of what I'd set out to do that day. And other days were filled with total elation as I'd finally conquered a concept that I'd been struggling with for days or even weeks sometimes. And if you're curious about what website you make on day 115, when your blog post goes to #1 on Hacker News and starts spreading all around the world, bringing hundreds of thousands of people to your website, the site that you make that day is Floating Bacon. So I'd love to share the rest of my story about how I taught myself to code by making 180 websites in 180 days at South by Southwest this year, and I hope to see you in March. Thank you.